Hey everybody, how you doing? Okay, so I have been in many capacities with the city of Oakland, going back to, let's see, intern in 1987, and then I formed the computer model that created the economic argument for the Oakland Redevelopment Agency's Coliseum redevelopment area. And then I was asked to, actually was hired as a consultant to calculate the value, assessed value of the Coliseum. And then I gave to A's president Dave Cavall a spreadsheet that laid the groundwork for what is now Tax Increment Revenue District, or will be. And I was economic advisor to two mayors and nearly brought the Super Bowl to Oakland, and the only person to form a bid to do so. In spite of all that and more, I have this guy at Ace Fan Radio who cannot stand a black person who speaks authoritatively, is basically what it is, okay? And so what this person does is this, okay? First, all right, he says, and I'm showing this, okay, because he says it was a simple tweet, you know, that he put out, and I was issuing a commentary, which, hey, you can do on Twitter, okay? And they were saying that the Capital Corridor project, or the Capital Corridor, talking about Amtrak there, and talking about its impact regarding the planned baseball park. And it's talking about, it said, talking about increased frequency and so on. But the current station is walking distance from the site, and it will, by all accounts, be within the tax increment area, and therefore subject to possible assistance. So it's very careful for a person not to make any assumptions and assume the city of Oakland doesn't have a provision to deal with it. I was simply saying, you know, learn the project, okay? And I said, make sure you know the entire project plan, including tax flows. Nothing wrong with that. And then he says it wasn't about the tax increment area. I'm not saying it was. I'm giving some, you know, just friendly advice. And I said, my point of it is a good idea to understand the whole project. That's it, okay? That's all. I mean, this is innocent, okay? So then he comes back with, as everyone can see, I wasn't talking to you, and nothing in my original tweet was negative. Well, it was, okay? Because what he did was basically, rather than responding in a friendly way, all right? He said, there's no point. This is where it gets wrong. He says, no point by you as usual. That wasn't necessary. He says, you aren't involved, nor are you a decision maker. So what? And he says, Dave was asking Capital Corp directly. You can understand how they were. In other words, basically, he's trying to tell me to shut up. And that's how it is with these fellows who don't want somebody black talking in a way as if they know something about it, okay? He didn't need to write this, but he did. And I wrote back, he got a problem, racist, you're a massive racist, nothing more. And he isn't. And he says, this one is epic, Zenny, your act is old. My act. In other words, my observation after, 59 years on this earth, well, 58, is that that's an act. And he says, I use this excuse when someone puts me in a corner. He didn't put me in a corner. And then you'll block me, which I didn't do, because you can't handle others who don't agree with you. Now, it's interesting. I don't recall responding that way. And he says, racist is funny. Guarantee you would never say this if you saw me, run along, little guy. Well, I'm saying it. You got a race problem, okay? Straight up. Because there is no reason for that kind of action. Zero. None, all right? There's no reason to express an insecurity. We have an issue with someone who presents a different perspective from a detailed point of view. But there's some people out there, particularly people who are, you know, around this AIDS issue, who want to be the only voice and in an expression of their issues shut, in this case, me down. And I say that because when you look around, or if I go to an event, like, for example, the A's community event at La Estrada a couple of years ago, they're all white. all right? And then some of the people that I've met who are connected with these organizations who I bought in beers for in the past, okay, all white and male. And male. So the message that folks like Ace Fan Radio Guy puts out is only his voice matters, okay? And what I just showed you is an open public forum. And to which I'm emphasizing that regarding the project, the Howard Terminal project, there are people who do not understand the legislation, not just the tax increment, but what the legislation allows the city to do from a planning standpoint, which impacts the EIR. That is a big piece of the project that a lot of people don't know about, and it never comes up in their conversation, either online or off. That's what I was trying to allude to. But instead of having that conversation, he went in a way where he had to insult me and make it personal because he has issues with me as a black person presenting myself the way that I do. That's racism. And yeah, I'm saying you're racist. You need to work on that. You need to stop being that person. And others like you need to stop too. It doesn't help anybody. It certainly doesn't help you. And if you don't like a country that, hey, allows black voices to speak, I don't know what to tell you to do. Okay? But you clearly have a problem. To tell someone black their act is old, excuse me? In other words, trying to gaslight my perspective? Forget it. The bottom line is this. The Howard Terminal project has a gigantic tax increment legislative piece. It has what will become, when it is officially approved, goes through the process, the most powerful redevelopment agency of its type ever formed. Subscribe to Zenny62 and bookmark oaklandnewsnow.com. Oh, and by the way, all of that will impact the EIR.